All right, yo, what's poppin'? Welcome to motherfucking Potheads, the neighborhood hope dealer and new age job. Telling people what's poppin', job.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Leanne and I figured that we would basically have like a chill night, a chill pothead night, because your girl is a bit under the weather and Leanne has been working her ass off. So we both need a little bit of a chill down, you know? So at the moment, Leanne, I don't know if you saw my Instagram post, but one of my clients gifted me with a cup of canna butter.
So I saw that can butter was so green. Green. I was like, oh, I
I
thought
was
you.
like, damn. I was like, how much do you use to make one cup?
Right.
He's like, an ounce.
Oh yeah. So have you
So
tried it yet?
I did. I put it in my chicken soup, my
Oh
chicken
my
and
god.
rice soup. Look at
Oh my
look,
god.
look,
Oh, you're gonna be stone like Stone Cold
look.
Steve Austin,
I
my
didn't
girl.
put it all in there. I just put like
Okay.
I started with half a teaspoon because I didn't
Okay.
want it to overpower the
That's it.
soup.
Mm-hmm.
Although I can't really taste it too much because of my sinuses. But I put a half a spoon in there, and then I ended up putting another spoon. So I have a whole spoon in there, and oh my god, it tastes so good in the chicken and rice soup, like the cannabis flavor
Okay.
with the chicken and rice soup is like fucking delicious. But it's so fucking hot because I just finished making. It's like still steaming, and I can't like. I literally burned my tongue like right before I
Trying to
got. I
eat
was I'm about to
it.
put some ice cubes in here like one of my babies.
So what's up?
So
How your week been, John? What's up?
yeah,
What's up to everybody that's tuned in? What is roll up if you ain't rolled up yet? Hit your blunt if you ain't hit your blunt yet. Hit that
huh?
fucking button if you ain't hit that fucking like button yet. But how you doing, John? How's your week, my love?
I'm doing good. I want to say what's up to Ben. He said early check in and say Pot is basically my girlfriend. She's clingy though, or it's me. Who knows? I don't know. I'm a little bit of a clingy bitch myself. It's
It's
that
like
cancer energy. If I love you, you will not be able to breathe. Like I will give you space, but like I smother. Like I'm like the
me too, me too. I'm like, I want to kiss you all the time.
all the time. I'm that. You can ask my
Oh
kid. I like want to get in the neck. I want to get in the ears. I want to like. I'll like kiss you from your feet to your head. That's me.
yeah,
If I love you and I honor you, I will honor you for real, for real.
that's a real thing.
That's the kind of woman I am.
That part.
And then Andy said, "What's up, Vibe Tribe? What's
With
up,
Craig.
Andy? We got Bolton. We have Skywalk Trees. Hello,
What's poppin', Skywalk? How
John.
you,
I hope you feel better. Thank you.
oh, how you doing? You been feeling you been all down in the dumps and shit. You done lost your little boo and shit. You been all
Well,
down. We here now. What's poppin'?
um,
We hope you feeling better.
thank you. Well, at first I just thought it was like my allergies acting up. You know what I mean? Like I just kept sneezing. Like everything was like mad itchy. I was like having like allergy attack. And then the next, but I was like popping like allergy medicine like nobody's business. Like I doubled, tripled the dose. And then something wasn't the allergy medicine was helping me like drain. You know what I mean? So like I probably filled like 3 or 4 of these like soft bags.
Yeesh.
And then the next day I was like still not feeling good. And oh no, what tipped me off is that 2 days ago I took 5 showers.
Mm.
And I'm like a 2 to 3. But when I'm not, normally I know why I want to shower, but my body be like, Ja, like, go take a shower, go take a shower. And I'm like, okay, this is my, like, third time wanting to go in here. I think something's coming.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm like, something's not right because normally my body requests that many showers when it's trying to, like, clear something off of me. Does that make sense? Like, it's either trying to hydrate me through showers or it's trying to like wash off, like it's trying to wash whatever is like attacking my system. It's just like go shower, and then I get like cold, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, what's going on? You know, like something's coming. And then the next day I like decided to like cut off like a very like strong vampiric energy that has like been feeding off of me for years, and I just didn't have the strength to do it because I like, you know, when you have a friend, like a good friend, you want to give them an opportunity to breathe and stretch, you know, and figure it out. But you know, like I'm a very sensitive individual. Like a lot of you guys probably see my Leo energy, but my Leo energy is like really benign. You know what I mean? It's like it's very strong and confident and straightforward and dramatic and stuff like that. But like I'm a sensitive individual. Like I feel everything.
Leo sun. Like I look at you as a Cancer. Like
because no, not as a Leo sun, as my Leo rising.
Yeah, as a Leo rising. I look at you. I know that you're a Leo rising, but I always keep in mind that you are a Cancer.
Like Cancer sun.
It's very hard to. It's very easy to forget that you are a Cancer sun because of your Leo rising, and I'm cognizant of that. My sister is a Leo rising as well, but my sister is a Sagittarius sun, and she's also very sensitive. So it's interesting. So it's and I see a lot of people as I watch people interact with you, they interact with your Leo rising and not your Cancer sun. So they don't understand why they can't get through to you because they're not talking to your heart. They talking to, you know, something else. They're talking to another part of you that the Leo in you is just generally doesn't want to hear anything, you know. So because it's a Leo, it's like, I don't fucking, why the fuck are you speaking to me, peasant? Thank God for Libra moons, you know what I'm saying? But so and that's the thing about like people that say they don't like astrology and things like that, or they're astrologists or, you know, astrologists or whatever you want to call it, but they only use certain parts of astrology. Like I know you're a Cancer sun, but I'm speaking to you like you're a Leo. And the crazy thing is, the one thing I know about Cancers is they crazy as fuck. Like a Leo will kill you, but a Cancer will kill you. A Cancer will kill you. I talked about the Cancer cry. You know, like it's a thought out years. You forgot about it, and then you did. And the Cancer somewhere, she had her alibi for years. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. A Cancer and a Leo, and it's not that the Cancer is sneaky or snide. It's just it's a fucking crab. It moves slow. You know.
Well, it's ruled by the moon. You know, so it's like, you know. You know, Leo is ruled by the sun. Yeah. So having the sun ruling my chart, like people who don't love me see Leo. Yeah. People who love me see Cancer sun, see Cancer Mercury, see Cancer Jupiter.
And you know what else I see that's very important for you as well, that a lot of people miss out for you? That Virgo moon. Oh my God, that Virgo moon. It makes me, it definitely, and that Leo sun fucks people up because like they are aware of your, and they think, because a lot of people think Virgo moon and Leo sun probably is more arrogant, but it's the complete opposite. The Virgo moon is such a perfectionist. It's such a nitpicker. It nitpicks at all of the Leo sun's perfections, which is imperfections. And then you got that fucking Cancer in there that's like, why are you talking to me like this? You know, and people don't realize that that's your constant state of mind. But when they look at you, all they see is Leo. It's like they don't even think, they can't begin to fathom that you would even think that way about yourself. So they try to deal with you how they think that they should deal with you, and not how you should actually be dealt with.
Right.
People are
right. No, you're absolutely right. My Leo rising is the manifestation of the hypercriticism of my Virgo moon, and the perfectionist tendencies of it. And then my perception and my ability to see things that people don't like is my Cancer energy. And all that translates through Leo, which could be intimidating. And then you have the Cancer undertones, and you have no idea why you're feeling so emotional around me, why you feeling some fucking type of way, you know?
What I mean? Yeah, because my Cancer heart really got you in your feelings, bitch.
Yeah, and yeah, so you know, people, those who, you know, who honor me, I honor in return always. And I'm a devout lover and I'm a devout friend. And when making new friends, I will keep my eye on you for a long time, you know, like I'll invite you in, I'll bring you in. But again, that Virgo energy doesn't miss a beat. And then that Cancer energy feels everything. So like I catch every nuance, every lie, every side eye, every trip up, everything I catch.
That Virgo moon makes you a human lie detector.
Like it just everything is right there. But what I won't do is I won't shut you down. The first time I would just be like, okay. And then next time it happens, like, oh, it happened again? Okay. And then it's like, okay, now you just keep fucking up. So now I need to figure out how I'm gonna like maneuver my way out this bitch because you're out to hurt me. You know what I mean? And so I'm always looking like I'm never out to hurt anyone. And that's a big thing about my Leo energy that kind of makes me seem cocky and conceited because I literally don't care about anybody else's path or journey. Like, as long as you're not intercepting with mine, like you're not trying to rail me off my course and shit, then I don't care. Like, do you all you want. But if you come into my path and you want to meet with me and you want to blend with me and you want to share with me and you want to love with me, I will very easily open up my heart to you and give you exactly what you need, you know, in order to help you succeed, whether that's like love, healing, guidance, you know, whether that's energy. And when the Leo kind of goes away and you're left with Cancer, people tend to find that as like they found the weak spot.
Right, and it's not and that's it. That's just like no, it's like no, actually, bitch. Now you see. Now you're no longer confused, ho. And that's the thing. And your Cancer,
they be confused. They be really confused. Yeah, because they take my Cancerian energy. They're like, oh, now that the Leo rising is out the way, I see how soft and vulnerable she is. She ain't what I thought she was.
And so listen, I deal with the complete opposite. So I have a water rising. So people are, I have a Scorpio. So people can't quite put their finger on me. They don't know, like, what is this girl? And they dig through but I have that Libra moon, and I feel like I tell everybody that Libra moon protects everybody. It keeps everything from constantly being burned down, because once you get past that Libra moon, it's a lion right there. And so people get that, that mysterious, I don't know what to take of this person. And then when they go digging through the bushes, wading through the waters, they find out it's a lion there. And then I then go from, the sweet girl to the bad guy. But is the lion really a bad guy for being a lion?
No.
And I told you there was a lion there. The fucking the water in front of you was like, hey, beware, there's a lion. But
if anything, the Scorpio is what's the trouble. But the thing with Scorpio and Leo, they are in square, but they are fixed signs. Mm-hmm. And what happens, Scorpio risings tend to take on a Leo persona. So most Scorpio risings project a very happy, airy, light, sunny side to them, but behind those eyes, you just, but you're unlike a Scorpio sun, you'll see more of a serious, like broody kind of. A Scorpio rising, you would think that they would be wearing that. No, because the Scorpio rising doesn't want anyone to really see them.
Right.
So if their true nature is a little bit more dark and serious and dangerous, they don't want the world to know that they're dangerous. So they put on a more everything's okay, kind of like things are shiny kind of vibe. So your Leo and Scorpio energy actually is what's protecting you. You know what I mean? You might oscillate between, I think your Libra moon does balance them nicely, but your Scorpio and your Leo are in cahoots.
I can see that. I could definitely see them being in cahoots. They're definitely, as I grow it along this spiritual journey, they're definitely safety mechanisms that that I've learned to use to my benefit. A lot of times people just see and even as silly as it sounds, they see the Scorpio, and they're not afraid of that because it doesn't look like what a scorpion should look like. And
it doesn't. It doesn't. You usually don't know someone's a Scorpio rising until they say it. You know, you might be able to tell with like a little bit of a beady eye or a little bit of like a darkness behind there that you're just not quite sure. You know what I mean? Like what you see in Scorpio energy is like almost like snake eyes. Like they just someone who knows a lot more than what they're saying, but you only can tell that through the darkness and slitness of their eyes. Like,
yeah, and like, I get that because I see it in I see it in my eyes, but it's not a empty darkness. It's just like
it's not. It's never empty at all. It's very penetrating.
Yeah.
But I think the Scorpio rising tries not to come off as penetrating. You know what I mean? Because the more information Scorpio can get, the better. I have a lot of experience with Scorpios deeply.
I know. I have Cancer in the 8th and Lilith conjunct Jupiter, I think, or is it Chiron or Lilith? I think I don't know, one of the two. But so
Jupiter conjunct Chiron.
I don't know the Chiron or Lilith. 89.
Yeah, I think it might be Chiron. Wait, Chiron Jupiter was 90 though, but you're the tail end. Wait, you're a Leo. No, you're. So I don't know.
Let me
just say goodbye to this.
But all of that to say, look, so I've been learning lessons. So I've told my little story on here before, like my little life story about what I've been through X, Y, Z. And so as I heal and I grow through, if we talk about the Scorpio wisdom, and it's interesting to watch, like as I've grown, I see. Okay, so it's levels to growth, and it's so interesting because it's like, okay, so you've grown out of a thing. Like everybody, I have this saying, and I always say this: in order for there to be new, there must be complete destruction of the old. So a lot of people want to go, they want changes, they want all of these things in their life. However, they have to let go of the things that they have there in their place of what they want. So, and that's a mind fuck in and of themselves. So, okay, whatever. So, like I'm on this journey of like growing, letting go, taking into something new. But now that I'm in the new, like now is the don't self-sabotage the new. Don't self-sabotage the new with fear. Don't self-sabotage the new with doubt. Don't self-sabotage the new with old trauma. Don't self-sabotage the new. You got what you want. So how do you not fuck it up? Because you can fuck it up just as quick as you got it. You can fuck it up.
Yeah, it's very easy to like sink into that comfort zone. You know what I mean? Like the next thing you know, like you're out here externally in the world and you see that everything is changing. But that one quiet moment, you slip right into an old space that hasn't been filled yet. And then you start to ruminate. And then that's when it becomes destructive. And then the negative thought patterns or the negative self-talk comes into play. Like, you're not ready for this, or you weren't built for that, or you still got more work to do, or you can't get that, or
you start to create problems. Somebody told me one day, like like people tell me shit in the most fucked up ways, but he was just like, stop being afraid to be happy.
It's because you can handle it. That's
this is very true. I very much so, and I'd be grateful because nobody else had the balls to tell me. So at least you had the nuts to tell me this shit. You know what I'm saying? But he was like, stop being afraid to be happy. He was just like whenever you get something good in your life, like you create drama so that because you're afraid of being happy. And I had to, like, that might have been some of the most fucked up shit he ever said to me, but I had to take it. I was like, is that a real thing?
You move too fast.
I do. I was playing Jenga and I just said that shit. I was like, I moved too fast. I had to play, but I moved too fast. I be having to slow down.
Yeah, you trip over your own, like, your energy is so exhilarating. Your energy is so, like, once you open your energy, I think your energy is just so big.
It is.
That like once the butterfly wings start flapping, you're like you start going like really, really fast, and then you're like, next thing you know, your fucking wings are taking you places, and you're going with your wings. You know what I mean? Instead of you like telling your wings to calm down and say, hold on, let's flap a little slower. We got things to do. You're like, you get like high off of your own energy.
And I have to learn how to
not go with that rush, because it's
yes.
like
Yes.
What is it? It's like ecstasy for a moment. Like you get caught in these little moments. I see you. I watch your stories. I see your patterns. I was like, here she is. Like there she's in your moments. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, she's moving too fast. She's moving too fast.
And I do.
But
and
I always letting you do your thing.
I always move too fast, and I always make a small mistake. You know, that Virgo in me.
I think the reason why you move too fast is because you don't want to allow yourself any time to feel in the midst of your process of what you're doing.
So I used
to tell me.
That would have been a me in the past. No, I feel everything in order. So your angelic karma, she's one of the people I grew up under. Like in order to feel it, in order to heal it, you got to feel it. So I take the time in the moment, whatever it is, to present.
No, that's not what I mean.
Yeah.
I do think that you take your affairs very seriously, and I do believe that you're very aware of your environment and what's going on.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I believe that you basically try to escape from your own inner negative chatter.
Okay, I'll take that. Absolutely. Yeah.
So you just keep going to not even allow room for that to even take place.
Yes, because and the thing about being a creative, just as creative as I am in the positive, I'm just as creative in the negative. You know what I'm saying? And people don't understand that about about creative. So it's I really shout out to Kobe.
All these scenarios, right? The worst ones, I swear.
Pushing through anxiety. People don't know what it's like to live with anxiety. I stopped fucking with a dude because one day he told me, I said I had anxiety. He said, all you got to do is stop thinking like that. And then he couldn't figure out why I didn't want to marry. He was like, what's going on?
That's a man.
Out of your fucking noggin. Get the fuck out of my face.
A lot of men are good at not going into their emotional body.
Ugh. I can't. I be healed already. I didn't done not enough healed people. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like, I don't know. I put my cape away. I'm not super Saberho no more.
No, you don't have to be Saberho. But what happens is while you're on your journey, people will find you one by one when they need you. Like for example, if say someone suffers a loss, or someone just needs that right words for you to say, people fall in front of it. When you are a healer, you can attract vampiric energies, right, that just want to seek you out to like eat what you got and gimme, right, with no intention of truly changing their circumstances.
Right.
But there are those who stumble upon your path without the intention of actually divulging what was going wrong with them. And somehow you pull out of them what's going on, and you're able to treat them in that moment. It's those interactions that I think where the magic really happens, when you don't force yourself into anybody's space, and you're in a healthy enough space that the right person that God sent to you, who might need you at that moment, will find their way to you.
And so I'm open to that, and I make sure that I'm prepared for those people. I make sure that I always have a safe space for those people who come to me in those moments. I always, if that makes sense, like I'm always open to that. But what I'm not open to is energetic vampires. I'm not open to people who don't try. I'm not with the shits like they with the shits. I don't got time for it.
Yeah, and this is how I ended up sick. That's how we started this conversation. How I ended up sick, because I decided to release a vampiric attachment that fed off of negative attention coming from me. So it went from positive, mutual to one falling back, then overly emphasizing me, to then feeling like they're catching up, to now trying to figure out how to flip the script and create a negative feedback loop from me into them, which then becomes a vampiric attachment. because now I don't understand why you're trying to make me feel some type of way because you feel good, because you're gloating, and maybe you're making me feel some type of way, and that is feeding you a little bit more. First of all, that's not a friend. Because a friend wouldn't want me to feel any type of way towards them. Why would you want to trigger me in a negative way to see you in a light that is fucking annoying to me?
If I tell you something trigger me and you continue to do it, I'm not gonna fuck with you. You ain't gotta be a bad person. You ain't gotta.
Well, when your whole demeanor and attitude of way of being changes, and now you think that like you're top boss shit, and that you think that you're gonna feed off of my energy. No. I think you forgot that I'm a not a lone wolf, but like, do you think I got here with your help?
Sometimes, John, you gotta remind these hoes, but you don't gotta tell them that your actions speak for you. I don't talk.
No, it's already gone. My body is like purging it, and I'm like, don't worry, because wait till I bounce back.
All right, so a couple things. I see some things in the chat. So one, Christy, you said you want to understand what grounding is. So I'll tell you what I think grounding is, and then we'll have Ja. And then you said you talked about the energy vampire, and me and Ja can talk about that as well. I'll tell you what I think an energy vampire is, and Ja can tell you what she thinks an energy vampire is. But first, so we'll go with grounding. Grounding for me is, so when I started this spiritual journey, I was like, everybody kept saying, I was like right in the awakening, I'm like, grounding. People keep saying get grounded. What the fuck does that mean, bitch? I went bought. So like they tell you different ways you can ground. You can get blankets that you plug in, and literally it sucks in the vibrations from the earth, and you can lay on it and go to sleep, and that's supposed to ground you. I was trying to do that shit. I was walking barefoot. They say you get grounded if you put your feet in the dirt. I was in the water at the beach trying to get grounded. I was like, what the fuck? There's like, visualize yourself with arrows flowing through you to the ground and back through you. I was like, okay, so am I grounded? And I still did not know what the fuck, because I did all those things, but I could not tell you if I was grounded. I don't know what epiphany I had, or what thing that I made me realize what grounded was. But it hit me. So yes, I did get grounded in those things. One, because for me, outside, I'm a nature girl. A boy used to call me Eliza Thornberry. From I forget the name of that show. He used to make fun of me.
Wild Thornberries.
Wild Thornberries, because I used to love to be outside.
Me too. I love it.
So what that did was,
I thought it was her. I swear it was her. You look like her right now with the two.
So with that, I realized that, like, so every time I would go out there, I didn't know if I was grounded, but I knew I always came back calm and feeling better, especially if I was going out there for like some ideas or something. I would always come back with some ideas. So that's the one thing, y'all know I'm a scientist. That's the one thing that I can always get from it. So as I go to, like, as I continue to go, like, okay, all right, I'm grounded. I don't know if I'm grounded. I'm gonna go do these things because I know last time at least I felt better. So grounded to me, when I guess I came to the realization, to me, grounding is being able to control, like I call it emotional intelligence. It's being able to look at a situation, take yourself out of a situation, know when you have had too much or too little of a situation, like to being emotionally balanced at all times. And sometimes that means walking away from something. Sometimes that means giving up. Sometimes that means quitting. Are you grounded? Are you secure enough in yourself that you cannot be moved? Grounded is rooted. So that's how I think of grounded. Are you secure in you? And how do you, and when you, because we often, especially as we change and we grow, we feel like because there's something new that we are looser, or we become uprooted. But if our foundation, if we're grounded, it never, like, if it's sturdy, it's not gonna ever shake. We just gotta adjust. So like, what do you do to adjust to, new parts of you sprouting? How do you ground for those things? What keeps you sane in those moments? So that's what grounding is. That's how it, so for me, it's going outside, it's being close to water, it's being around my family, having a good time. That's me. That's grounded. I'm always grounded then. When I'm grounded, I produce better. I'm a better person. I am like the joy. Like, okay, so if we talk about my energy being big, like it's even bigger when I'm grounded, like it's ginormous when I'm grounded. And so that allows me, it's a gift because it allows me to do more things. But in those things, I have to learn how to slow down and X, Y, Z. So that is grounded to me.
I like I like that a lot, very much. You explained it a lot like how I was prepared to explain it. I think you're correct. So I will look at grounded in three different perspectives, because we are mind, body, and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And so, hold on, I just felt somebody here. Hi, whoever you are. So I would look at it, we're mind, body, and spirit. So there are three bodies essentially in one. So when you speak about grounding, you want to ask yourself, which body are you looking to ground?
Right.
So if you're looking to ground your body, how do you know that your body is grounded? Well, Leanne mentioned a few things. Going by the water, walking on the grass, putting a freaking heating blanket on. You know what I mean? It's bringing awareness to the physical body. A lot of us, we tend to get stuck in our heads and or our emotions and kind of disassociate or detach from our vessel. Oh, that over time causes harm, right? Because then there you begin to lose a sense of self. So a good way to tell if you are truly grounded is to pay attention to your feet. And what are they doing? Do you walk flat on the ground? Do you walk with purpose? Do you kind of kneel off to one edge of your foot? Do you stumble a lot? Do you walk into things? Do you bang your legs? These are all signs and symptoms that you are not stable and grounded in your physical vessel. And so things like connecting with the earth, maybe eating heavier foods like this. This is why people love comfort foods like potatoes and rice, because they sit heavy in the body, brings us awareness to the heaviness of our body, and it's centered. And that's a really good feeling. I feel centered, warm, and grounded when I eat mom's food or good home food.
Right.
So this is why, Taurus rules food, and Virgo and all medicinals, and Capricorn with agriculture. So then we go to the spirit. A good way to measure if your spirit is in balance is to check in with your solar plexus. See, your solar plexus is your mental, intellectual, masculine side. It's a spiritual portal. So spiritual balance immediately brings you mental balance as well as physical. I'm glad you brought this up. So I'd always say, make sure you're spiritually balanced by figuring out if you are centered in your solar plexus. What does that feel like to you?
My solar plexus was off for such a long time. It was so imbalanced for a long time, and I did not know. I didn't understand. I just didn't get it. But I learned. I was like, oh, well, once it became balanced, it was just like that was just like the last key to unlock it was just like
the emotions.
Yeah. So,
yep. Because when you're able to, when you're centered in your solar plexus, it's your gravitational pull, right? This is where your gravity is centered. So it's like, well, I know a lot of the times I'm not very grounded because my balance sucks ass. So like I have to like do planks or like, core exercises to like really make sure that my core is in balance, which directly reflects the solar plexus, which is the spirit. The spirit then influencing the mind and the body. So if your solar plexus unlocked, you can get a good straight shoot up to the heart center and then these emotions. But what's good if your solar plexus is unlocked and your heart center is unlocked, but your root chakra is blown or not plugged in? So this is why grounding can be so confusing. Like Leanne experienced all this confusion in the beginning because she didn't realize that she was looking to ground 3 different bodies in one. And then once she figured it out, she's like, okay, I'm grounded now.
Now I can diagnose the problem now, okay? Like what's going on? What's off? Is it spiritually bothering me? Is it physically bothering me? Or is this mentally bothering me?
Am I in my head? Am I in my chest?
Yes.
You know, where so when you find yourself ruminating or stuck in some type of rut, ask yourself, where is this consciousness sitting? Where is it in the vessel? So when you're so say you're in a depression, usually sometimes a depression is like blah. It's neither here nor there. It's just like, it's nowhere. But when you're kind of stuck in a let's say a more temporary block, you're usually focused somewhere in your body. So I like to use eyes as a measurement as to what chakra you are focusing on. So when you go into thought, where do your eyes go? Do they go straight forward, more towards solar plexus? Are you going into the heart? Are you looking up into the crown and third eye?
I'm always looking up for the most part. Like, and I think of that like, sometimes I look down. It depends on what I'm thinking.
What it is.
You're absolutely right.
So if you can bring awareness to where your natural awareness is going to, again, awareness to the awareness, because the body has its own intellectual system. Your body has its own intelligence separate from your body and your mind. Your mind or your brain.
No, I tell people to listen to your body all the time. Your body, like, it knows what to do. Like,
or to trust it.
Yeah, you should pull up and trust it. It's made to sustain itself. You don't need anything outside of it.
It's true. It's very true. It knows what it needs and how it needs it. You know, and it sends you different alarms and signals.
Yep.
But because our awareness is not grounded or tuned into our vessel, we are discarding these things, or too high in the mind or too low in the boat.
Too hippy dippy. You need to fuck that. My body tell me it heal itself. Like, if you cut yourself, like, people think Wolverine is such a creepy thing. Like, he heals himself. We Wolverine. If you cut yourself, it's gonna heal. Like, that's your body. Your body is made to protect itself. It creates the antibodies. Like, that's what all of these vaccines and all that shit, they're trying to make your body, is inducing your body to do something that it's going to naturally do. Like, it's not fixing you. It's not doing anything. It's making your body do something.
It's meant for those with a weaker immune system who are missing some of the things that we already have. And I think because we already have them, it could actually be detrimental to the organic system, way of its being. And a lot of those who choose not to do that is because they're not. It's not because they're being rebellious. It's because they trust their body to do what it is that it needs it to do. And why interfere with a natural process?
And
but if you feel that you are weakened in some way, or if you are not trusting of the process, then the rest is up to you. But others should be allowed to listen to the self and to really take heed. But things are so confusing these days.
Y'all know we got to plug. We ain't no motherfucking doctor, so take your stupid ass to the hospital. The doctor.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do, man. I can't tell y'all what to do with that.
We just talking, just saying. We had to put that out there.
Getting grounded helps you with your manifestation as well, because how can you manifest into the physical reality if your feet are not on the ground? You'll just have a whole bunch of thought forms and patterns flowing around your head and your mind. And it's very easy to get caught up in that when we work virtually, when we work here, because when is it getting grounded? Someone else is taking it and grounding it.
Don't let somebody else ground your fucking manifestations.
Well, if you're producing seeds all day, But you're not responsible for planting.
It depends. Like if that's what they're supposed to do. Like if that's what you get hired them.
No, who said that that's what you're supposed to do? A job description, but that's not what life says.
Listen, I can't tell people whatever you want to do with your life, do that shit.
You gotta do what you want with your life, but if I got something to say, maybe you should hear it a little bit. Why not?
Everybody do not be giving a fuck what you gotta be saying. They be hot. They be like,
no, it's true. It's true, but everyone here is ready for it.
I mean, you know, I'm always with this shit.
Yeah, I know. It's called progression. That's why we're here. We've progressed well together. Oh, by the way, I'm a progressed Leo sun. I have been for the last 7 years.
Also, I've been looking. I think I'm a progressed Sagittarius moon. I forgot what I am sun. So that's interesting. I did look at.
I'm a progressed Scorpio moon right now. That's probably why we're vibing.
You know how I feel about it. Listen, I've never had a Scorpio ever in life. I don't think.
That's because you can pretend to be submissive, but you're not.
I know. You know what? When I was masturbating the other day, I was like, I really am a very dominant person. I was like,
so don't pretend to be something that you know what I mean. Like, no, it's not about pretending to be something that you're not, but it's like
I'm both.
You gotta stay yourself. You gotta stay grounded. And instead of looking at relationships as, okay, now I need to prove myself. Now I need to heal this individual. Now I need to put it all in. I got something to prove, right? That's when we fuck up. When our actions now become an act of pleasing without recognizing that you aren't pleasing yourself first. That maybe in the long term, this could be detrimental, that you could be stealing from yourself. Why is it that this is my kink here. Why is it that self-sacrificing is like, should be sexy to the other one? Like, I love that. Like, watch me self-sacrifice and be completely selfless. Don't you fucking love it? But there's boundaries though. But in these boundaries, don't you fucking love it? You know? So, I don't know. I is a kink for me, but when it comes to real life, I'm pretty dominant as well.
Yeah, like, I like the. I can guess it.
Like, I love scream my own name.
Like, but everybody can't get me to be submissive though. It's a thing of who is worthy of submission. Because some people, and so I saw you were talking about this. It's just like a person that is truly worthy of submission treats the person that submits like a queen or a king, if that makes sense. Like, and it's not for the purpose of getting that submission. Just generally, that person is just treated well. And you know, it's like the Princess and the Pea.
It's a form of thank you, basically, or it's like this is accepted. You are accepted. Yes, you are everything. Look at you. I'm in awe of you. And it's like, just because then you're giving me permission and you're affirming me and you're taking care of me right now while I take care of you. So domination and submission, not like there's like this hardcore shit where it's like, you fucking piece of shit, you're nothing, like you're gonna fucking kiss my butt and you're worth nothing, there's humiliation. I don't do it.
Let me tell you, I've experienced 2 different types of domination, and I think that I liked one more because of the abuse that I had gone through, and then I experienced it another way, and I was like, damn, it's like once you see color, you never go back to black and white, you know.
True, right, but this is a difference though, because one is a form of abuse, and the other is a form of pleasure.
Absolutely.
So there's that humiliation, domination, but that ultimately is secreting pleasurable hormones for the parties. As opposed to, I'm dominating you against your fucking will. Like, well, it's like, I didn't say that this feels good. I'm telling you, it doesn't feel good, but you're still doing it. That's
touche.
But there is a kink to it, though, right?
Right, there is,
Yeah.
it's a sick, twisted kink, but it's a kink there, and I don't
Because there's so much going on there, like parental
just that
replay is
aggression,
happening.
that the willingness to take action. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, and that someone else for once is stronger than you, because when
yes,
a lot of affluent individuals who are in very powerful positions tend to find themselves in kinks where they are the one who is being dominated and belittled, because there's so much pressure and workload to be the one to make all the decisions. And finally, for once, I want to feel like I'm nothing.
And so let me tell you,
feeling like I'm nothing brings me relief.
The first time I ever had the first dominatrix situation I ever had, it was the craziest shit ever. Like, I told my homeboys about it. They was just like, that nigga got lucky, because if that would have been any other black girl, he probably would have been in jail. But it was just like, it just happened. Like, he just grabbed me, and it was just like complete domination. But like, he actually low key liked to be dominated, but he was wealthy. Like, I didn't know much about him. I found out he was married later. So I stopped talking to him. But like, it was a very interesting world to door. If we're talking Alice in Wonderland,
right.
It was a very interesting door to walk into and to see that world. And it's not just, and you're very right, it's a lot of affluent people who have power, who like to be.
Yeah, and it's a very shameless world as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's something that the affluent has figured that the lower nature has not, and that it's okay to indulge in the carnal inner nature. The more sex we have, the more money we make. The more we use our bodies, the more energy we create. The more primal and expressive I become, the more strong in who I am I become, which allows me to dominate this carnal earth. But and a lot of that is forgetting or foregoing any spiritual principles and or practices, because it's strictly root sacral, solar.
And so that's why I stopped messing with this guy, because we were dear friends. We became dear friends, and I believe that's probably the only thing that saved my life, if I'm being honest. But we were dear friends. But he had no moral code. He lived for pleasure. That was his goal. And that was it. He was just like, I don't know what the fuck happens after here. I just know
that's like a pop gasket to me. That shit runs dry eventually, and that's a hard hit once you hit the ground.
And I don't want to be around when it hit, because it was gonna hit. And I tried to tell him it was gonna hit, and he wouldn't listen to me.
It's so thrilling, kind of being around those who are willing to like live such risky lives, because for just those moments you feel like anything could happen.
But he was the crazy thing is, he was a Virgo, so he was the most cautious person in the world. And I remember sitting at him looking in the car. I said, "You're gonna get caught, or you're gonna get caught up." And he looked at me. He was like, "Nah, I'm too smart for that." I said, "Okay."
Yeah. Well, that's what you always say.
You're trying to save
that's
people.
That's why, like, even when I'm in a battle with someone, after the battle, I will sit down with myself and put them back up to my level with myself. Between me and myself, I bring them right back up, because it's like, what if you're wrong after all of this?
Man, I be doing that shit all the time. Be like, are you the one that fucked up, bitch? Come on now.
Nope. I was like, you know what? I honored myself. I did what I needed to do. I had to do this. I needed to defend myself. And now that I'm in my safe space and my safe zone, in my privacy, I can re-elevate that individual so that I can fucking humble myself. And then to make sure I'm correct. But that way, if I'm not correct, I can catch my mistake sooner rather than later. And if I am correct, it washes me clean of the burden.
Take yourself before you wreck yourself. Sometimes you're wrong. If you ain't never wrong, you something wrong.
Sometimes you gotta make a wreck though. Sometimes you gotta fuck shit up. Like
sometimes, and you know, sometimes you do gotta fuck shit up. I used to be known as the chick to fuck shit up. I had a really bad temper. I'm not nearly.
Well, there's ways of doing it though. Like it doesn't always have to look one way. Like it doesn't have to look violent, aggressive, loud, or messy. It doesn't have to be any of that. It's just a matter of taking what is presumed
sometimes
to be.
You gotta be violent, aggressive, loud, and messy. Sometimes you gotta be.
That's an even more sometimes than the sometimes. That's like
it's even more sometimes than the sometimes.
Yeah, because it's like.
Play with me ever again.
Sometimes you gotta take a perceived course of action or sometimes you have to take something that is stale or stagnant that is no longer working for you but everyone else and fuck that shit up. That's what I mean. So whether it's detaching yourself, Leanne mentioned it earlier, it's just like letting the whole foundation fucking fall. You no longer fight. I put like 13 garlic cloves in there, and I think the garlic is starting to course through my system and starting to like stop me up to protect me so it can start healing. So
my body is garlic. So delicious.
It's so good. Like I drown it. And sometimes that means letting the foundation fall from beneath your feet. But before you do that, make sure you're holding on to something. And just be prepared to let it all fall, right? So that's what I mean by fucking it up, because it's like, you know, after you do this, then nothing's going to be the same anymore.
Let it fall, dance in the rubble. I saw a quote that say that. Listen, just people be so afraid. They always want something new, but be afraid to let go. Listen, like what if I told you God had something way better for you? What if I told you that shit? You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it takes a long time to recognize that, but I'd like to basically forewarn you or warn you on beating yourself up once you recognize that it's more than past the time for you to move on. Don't ever beat yourself up for feeling like you've overdone your time or if you've wasted your time. There's no such thing as wasted time. Just drop it and leave it.
Enjoy your. I treat people like a I don't know, like life is like a fucking boxing match, and sometimes you get little breaks in between rounds and matches. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy those breaks. The Bible says something like enjoy the fruits of your labor because it is good, like right now in this season. So like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right. And sometimes it's even better to even try to slow down receiving those fruits, right? Because things come and go. So it's like don't be so twinkle toes.
Yeah, because you have to be able, and I taught this in one of my Manifest Monday. Be careful how many seeds you plant, because they all might come to harvest at the same time, bitch. And I can be honest with you, and I got some stuff that came to harvest that I didn't even get to. It just died because I didn't have time to literally physically harvest it. Like it's like actual, vegetables. You know what I'm saying? So like, be mindful of your manifestations. Don't manifest more than you can, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally.
Or organize your manifestation as well. Make sure that you have a place and time for all these things that you're manifesting. Just not like a big pot of soup, the soup has to be made with intention. Let me look at some of these comments.
Oh, and my nose what an energetic vampire is. An energetic vampire is a fuck nigga. So an energetic vampire is a person who, when I taught the class, that makes you want to smoke a cigarette after you feel like talking to them. Every time you talk to them, you feel a little bit sadder. You feel a little bit more annoyed. You want to go to sleep. Yeah, you meditated. You be like, why the fuck is this person ever calling me? Stop it. Help. Send help.
Or all of a sudden something that they always say, you start saying, I don't know, where you're like, what the fuck? I haven't talked to this person in like days. And like, you're saying something that normally they would say. It's a hook there.
Yeah.
A hook.
It's the person that wants to drain your energy down. Like that song Drake Energy. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of his energy. They wanted to, if they take all of his energy, he won't have energy for he won't have energy to do anything for him or his purpose or his calling. So that's why people want to take your energy. People don't want to. I posted a post the other day that said something about stealing. I say these people don't only steal material things. They steal your time. They steal your energy. They steal your
your
they
essence,
steal
your
your peace.
swag,
They steal
the way
all
you
of that
look.
shit. They steal
They'll
all
steal
of
the
it.
way you move your eyes. They're like, oh, but she does that. She looks so fucking hot. What if I start doing that? I'll be as hot as her. And I'm like, you better stop. You better fucking stop right now. Because now
these thieving assholes, they'll steal the fucking thoughts out your head if they could.
And then you think it's like when a designer makes a design and then the knockoff comes off and is like, bitch, I made it better than you. And you're like, I'm a fucking designer. What are you talking about?
Why are you talking to me, bitch? Yeah.
I designed that. You can't possibly do that better than me. Crazy.
So that part.
Yeah, that I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's Cancer, Leo, or Virgo. That might be Virgo though.
Oh, so that's an energetic vampire. What's up? What are they talking about?
I like that. You can steal everything but my heart, energy, time, spirit, mind, body, and growth. Weed?
Please don't steal my weed. It depends. Look, it depends who it is.
Hold on. There's a song by Amy Winehouse. Hold on a minute. You know, Amy Winehouse loved bud. Like, she loved weed.
One of my exes told me I reminded him of Amy Winehouse. I told him, fuck him. He was an energetic vampire.
Your ex?
Mm-hmm. I was the smallest I'd ever been. I was like 109 pounds.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was trying to find this. I was going to look for this song. Let me see if I can find it. I don't want to find it. Do you like Amy Winehouse?
I don't like I like her, but I don't listen to her because I don't like her spirit. I don't like her that lingers around her music. Like she pop up and listen to her music with you. She light a blunt with you when you play her music.
Yeah, she does. She comes, but it's very healing too.
I don't fuck with her like that.
I've been in very low positions where I like tune into Amy Winehouse and I heal. There's like a catharsis going on there, and that's why you say like by her, I don't know if you said it was a bad spirit or not. No, it's a dark spirit, meaning it heals through her low. So like you get to heal through her experience.
I'll take dark spirit. It's not bad. It's just dark, and I don't like.
No, it's a heavy spirit. No, it's not.
It's fucking Amy Winehouse. That's just her. It's her essence, and you got to be in the mood for her essence.
She's Neptune.
She is Neptune. Absolutely. If Neptune was a person, she would be Amy Winehouse.
She had a Venus and Mars and Leo, though.
I wouldn't want my Mars in Leo. I would want my Mars in Leo, and I would want my Mars in Aries.
No, she was bisexual. In masculine relationships, most times she was dominant. She was only submissive in that last one to the point of self-sacrificing. But with women, she was a masculine. So she had a very strong masculine side, huh?
I won't ever be self-sacrificing submissive. If you signed up for that ride, you can go ahead.
That was Neptune on the 7th. Neptune in the 7th.
Okay.
Neptune North Node in the 7th.
Oh, her relationships were toxic.
Yeah.
I bet they were fun though. Oh, she probably had
or
some.
Or Neptune, yeah, because or she had. I don't know. She was a Gemini rising though.
Like she did blow while giving blowjobs. Probably like she probably had the best life.
No breaks.
Yeah, just sniffing and sucking and sniffing.
And being herself.
Yeah, and I bet she was a fun person. I bet she was hilarious. I could tell, like, yeah, I think she was. I think Amy Winehouse was an awesome person. I hate that. Like, I hate because I'm so empathetic.
She was charming.
She was what?
Charming. My nose is gone. Charming.
She was. She was a darling. She was a darling personality.
Oh, Amy.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Beat.
Rest in peace.
All right, I'm getting off of here.
I can't believe you just said that though about her though. Like, I'm completely floored that you verbalized that.
What? I be forgetting what I be saying. What I said.
That you've actually realized that her spirit is very, very strong through her music still. It's like Absolutely. It's very, very, very strong.
Like it's trapped in there. She's gonna be here.
You think it's trapped, or you think it's?
It might be. I don't know. It might be trapped in there.
Which is why she like spiraled out of control, because it was like her words were so powerful that she sung herself into a spell. Cito was talking about spells today. I gotta go check that out.
I gotta go listen to some of the stuff Cito be talking about. I had to take a break from. I was on an information overload. I was like, I told you, like, I don't know if I told you, one of my things is trying to tap into the Akasha. I'm trying to see if it's real.
I'm so full right now, but keep eating.
Listen, stop eating.
You're trying to tap into what? I haven't eaten all day. It's the first thing.
They just hit me because I was writing freestyle. All right, I'm about to get off of here with you, Jack, because I got a long day tomorrow.
Yeah. We had fun. This was nice. And I'm just getting worse up in here. So.
Feel better, Mama.
Thank you, everybody who came into the chat.
Make sure
I can't talk through my nose right now, so I gotta use my mouth voice.
We're gonna re-up on if you're a pothead or not later, but we just showed up today, and sometimes showing up is all we got. I got on fucking a robe. She got on her. She had a whatever. I'm in
my pajamas.
We here. We gonna go get. We gonna go get the money. We're not gonna leave no money on the table ever. We're gonna show up when we say we're gonna show up. We're gonna make it pop when we say we're gonna make it pop. So, with that being said, happy Business Savvy Sunday. I don't know what the fuck our next episode will be about, but I'm sure it'll be fun, right, y'all?
It'll come together. Yeah, we'll be here.
So we'll see you guys in a week and a half.
Something like that. Yeah, whatever it is. Is it a week and a half? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Not next Sunday. The Sunday after that. That's when we'll see you guys. All right. Y'all be bye. Shout out to Mystical Illuminations Hope.